I'm here with the gang. Say what's up, gang. Here we are at Hillcrest Park Zoo. So one of my favorite things about this zoo is the mural that we have out here. I'm gonna show you guys. It's super beautiful. Check this out. I hope the camera does it any justice at all. Over here, art by fish. While he was out here doing this mural, I drove by and I saw him painting one time. It wasn't even done yet. I stopped by and he was a really cool guy. I talked to him for a second. Very nice guy, very cool guy. Check out his art, guys. It feels so good in here. I got betta fish, look. Check this out. That is so nice. These ones are really pretty. I've never seen these ones. Are those ones you can just get at the store? Guys, they got really cool shirts. Check it out. These are really cool. I actually have one myself, but I want to get one of these. I want to get one of these white ones. I'll come back for one. Oh my goodness, I love this place. Guys, you have no idea how many times I have been inside of this zoo. I've been in this zoo very many times. Look. What's up? Wish I had a pumpkin or something I could give you. Guys, you have no idea. This is so awesome. They have made so many changes to the zoo. If you're from Clovis, you know that this zoo has been neglected for such a long time. But there's a new crew here, and they have made so many changes. You guys, even just looking at this fence right here, that used to be an old wooden fence that stood up there for years and years. I mean, that wooden fence was like broken. This makes my heart so happy, guys. I'm a former keeper. I used to work at this zoo. And seeing all of the changes that these people have made here is amazing. By the way, this is Katie. It's a timber wolf. Katie, say hi, girl. Katie, good girl. It's hot out here, huh? Katie. I'm talking to her like she's a dog. She's not a dog, bro. Trust me. Check these guys out. These are new. Look at you, man. What's your name? You look thirsty. You guys have water though, right? I'm sure you guys do. It's hot out here. Got some zebra over there. Clovis is a really small town. And one of the great things about Clovis is it has this zoo. This zoo has been around for a really long time. And this zoo has a lot of history behind it. Back in the day, they used to have an elephant here, if I'm not mistaken. They've even had a white tiger, I believe. Siberian tiger. And I remember seeing that Siberian tiger when I was just a kid. Even though this is a really small town, being from an even smaller town makes this town huge when you're just a kid, you know? This zoo was huge whenever I came here as a kid. I've gotten so used to it coming here so many times, and also being a former employee. But I remember how important it was. It's pretty life-changing seeing these wild animals as a kid. It really opens your eyes, you know? That's why I think zoos are extremely important. Not everybody likes zoos, honestly. Some people feel different types of ways about it. Not everybody likes the idea of seeing animals in a cage. especially birds in a cage. But hear me out, guys. These animals, if we were to put them out there in the wild, most of them would not survive. One, because they were born in captivity, or two, because they're injured and they can't live on their own. These are native geese though, by the way. They're always around, and this one right here has got a messed up wing. Look at that. And the donkeys over here. Everyone has their own opinion about seeing animals in a cage. It's not a cage, guys. It's an enclosure. There's a huge difference. There's lizards all over the place. I want to catch one, honestly, guys, but he's going to slip right over that fence. If I can catch a lizard, guys, I'm taking him home. This is that kind of place right here that when your homie hits you up and he's like, "You trying to chill? I know a spot." This is the spot right here. This is cool, man. This is like the back corner of the zoo. That fence doesn't lead to anywhere. You can't go back behind that barrier back there. It's just like this cool, really chill spot. It's really important to have zoos in a community. When you take your kids to the zoo, you're exposing them to a whole nother world that they don't get to see inside of the schools, inside of their air-conditioned buildings with fluorescent lighting and a repetitive teaching structure with only 30 minutes to an hour of playtime outside. Guys, they need zoos. This is why we need zoos. This is why zoos mostly exist in big cities, because in big cities, most kids in their whole entire lives are not going to have an opportunity to see these wild animals that you get to see here at zoos. It opens their eyes to the natural world that exists around us, to animal species that they never knew would have existed had they not gone to a zoo. They never would have known what they look like or even been interested in them. You take your kids to the zoo, you're exposing them to a potential career path that they never would have chosen had they not been at the zoo. You could be igniting a fire of passion inside of them that leads them to want to protect these animals. That's essentially what zoos do. For the most part, most zoo organizations or wildlife reservations, they're protecting animals, man. They're preserving wildlife. And I know what it's like to be a zookeeper. Your main priority is to provide excellent animal welfare and care for these animals that are inside of these enclosures. Your highest priority is their welfare, animal welfare. So it's not like, oh, we're throwing these animals in a cage and forgetting about them and slapping a piece of meat inside of the tiger's enclosure and say, here, eat. They do their best to genuinely provide them a high quality of life. And most of these animals are living a much easier life than an animal would out in the wild. They get a guaranteed meal all the time, and they always check the quality of that meal. In the wild, they would get a meal whenever it's available, and that meal could potentially have, diseases or anything like that in there. So, yeah. And then not to mention, most of the zookeepers, they fall in love with that animal. And if they can, the animal will get some cuddles. Look, guys, can y'all see that turtle right there? Do y'all see the turtle? Look at that. That's cool. That's actually a really big turtle from here. That's a good sized turtle right there. He's sticking his head all the way up. He's basking in the heat. He's soaking up that sunshine. Look at these guys. I think in Australia, these swan are as common as like the geese that we have here. I'm not sure. But these swan are really majestic, man. I think they shaved this guy for the summer. What's up, man? This guy's funny. It is you, Xander. So that guy's name is Alexander Camilton. I really enjoy hearing the sounds of the zoo. I think this is going to be something that I add into this channel, and I think something that I'm going to start doing on this channel, guys, is visiting multiple zoos. I want to, maybe we should set like some sort of road trip. Maybe we should plan some sort of road trip and go and visit a couple of zoos. I really want to see San Diego Zoo. I want to go to Albuquerque Zoo. I've been to Albuquerque Zoo, but I want to make a vlog there. Honestly, guys, I just want to travel in general, and going to the zoo could give me something to do in every city that I visit. I could plan to go to cities that have zoos and do research on it. And something I'm going to introduce to the channel here, I think pretty soon, is going to be dun, da, da, da. You're gonna have to wait and find out for that, but it has something to do with camping, stealth camping. I would be inside too. Oh, look at this guy. I think this one's really curious. Hi. This enclosure connects to outside through that window back there. Look, he's a climber. Can you imagine having one of these in your house? He's got his hand like this. I think he wants food. He or she. This one might be the female. It's amazing to me how they have like hands just like us, and they like make signs with it too. I think it would rub up again. I think it might bite me if I was in there, but I also think this is one of their babies actually. Huh, they grew up pretty fast. This one's definitely more curious about humans. I really wish I could hold this guy. I want to believe that he wouldn't bite me. I mean, he would probably bite me, but I want to believe he wouldn't like violently bite me. I think that's mom or dad right there watching. This is their enclosure, by the way. Huge enclosure for an animal of that size. I think we could probably give them some more climbing space in there though, you know? This zoo is like covered in really, really old animal statues. Look at this bench. The animal statues are never ending. This zoo just gives off like vibes that is old, man. Wow. Sounds like lunch, huh, Sooner? You don't even pay attention to me. All he cares about is where his food's gonna come from. He's a good boy, though. Huh, Sooner? If I could, I'd give you scratches, man. No, I'm not gonna lie, guys. When it comes to this animal right here, this specific animal, I will be honest. This enclosure is really tiny for this guy. And I'm sure the zoo is trying to do something about that. But it's been this way for years. He needs a new enclosure, honestly. If we're just being honest, guys. I love this zoo, but that is just insanely small. And I don't know why anybody hasn't taken initiative in making this happen. People have talked about it when I was here, but it still just hasn't happened. He's still inside of this really small enclosure. That honestly kind of ticks me off, but that's not to throw any shade at the zoo. I love this place. And the staff here have made insane changes. But that needs to happen right there, guys. We need to get him a new enclosure. As many fundraisers that have been had for him to get one, it's insane that he still doesn't have one. He's like kind of hiding from the heat. You could barely see him poking his head out. What's up? What's up? Oh, he hides all shy. Guys, I've had very many dreams in my past, and one of my biggest dreams was to become a zookeeper for a big zoo. I've always wanted to work for a big zoo. I don't know why. I've always been fascinated by zoos, and I just know it's such a rewarding job. I worked here as a zookeeper, and honestly, guys, there's a whole long story about why I don't work there anymore. Don't really want to get into it right now, but I have reapplied and everything. I'm not sure if I'll get the job or not, but either way, working at a zoo or being able to go and explore zoos and make YouTube channels about them, I feel like that would be extremely rewarding. Look at those feathers. This is the reptile house, and I used to take care of this reptile house, and we're gonna go inside. Oh gosh. Can you guys even see? So I was a little disappointed when I walked into this reptile house. I looked all around, but I didn't see any reptiles. There's usually an Asian water monitor in here, and he's like 4 to 5 feet. He was actually a really big boy. And in all of the other enclosures, behind that glass, there's usually tanks and stuff. But unfortunately, I didn't see any reptiles in here. This zoo isn't a very great size. If you've been to a bigger zoo in a bigger city, this zoo is very small. You would need to travel pretty far to get to another city that's at least as big as this place, and at least even has a zoo. The other nearest zoo, I believe, is going to be in Albuquerque, and that zoo is actually a really good sized zoo. I think our next zoo vlog is going to be in Albuquerque. Check this out, guys. That is Jerica the giraffe. What's up? How you doing, girl? Wow, you're tall. Looking pretty tall there. Guys, check her out, man. She's freaking gorgeous, man. Oh my god. It's so funny because when giraffes are born, they literally fall to the ground. Isn't that crazy? Look how tall they are. Whoa. And their tongues are like super sticky, I believe. They use their tongue like a hand too. I've seen her like open the doorknob over there. It's crazy. See you later. That right there is the tallest, the biggest animal in this city right now. There's no way there's any other animal that is as tall as her. That is a very tall animal. Yeah. Here in Clovis, New Mexico, that's gonna be the biggest animal. You guys have no idea, like we're surrounded by dirt. Freaking desert, man. I hate it. I want to get out of here, guys. I mean, I love certain parts of it. Maybe just like the beauty is nice, the skies. But guys, there's so much world out there for me to see. I can't be stuck here. And I'm gonna take you guys with me. We're gonna get out of here. That's the mission. I think one of the most iconic things about the zoo here locally is our peacocks. They freaking run this place, man. They have no predators except like cats and foxes. It's fun to watch them during mating season. They put themselves on full display. Guys, this has been another episode of Vibing with Daniel. Comment down below if you guys would like to see more zoo vlogs from me. The phone I'm filming with right now doesn't do really well in some of the shading, some of the lighting, so I know it wasn't the best quality that I could possibly bring you guys right now, but we are working on that. And also, guys, I just really appreciate you guys watching these videos, and I really hope that I'm able to make tons more. I really hope that I can go to new places like San Diego Zoo. I think California is definitely on my list. Phoenix, Nevada. We've been all around New Mexico, so that doesn't really matter. But we can still go over there. New Mexico is definitely on the list for the vlog. We've been around New Mexico, but it's on the list for the vlog, you know? Anything that you do for the vlog, you're doing it for the first time. Because I'm doing it with you guys. Check this out. Look how pretty these flowers are. You guys have a blessed day. See you in the next one. I mean, I guess I'll wait. I guess I could wait till they cross the street. Dang, there's a whole flock.